Let me show you one tiny detail scammers are hoping you never notice. It's hiding inside almost every scam email, and once you see it, a lot of fake websites suddenly become very easy to spot. And the best part is only going to take about 2 seconds for you to check. I'm Chris Durst, and here at Ask Grammy, I help you stay one step ahead of scammers and the confusing parts of modern technology. Today, we're going to talk about something called a URL, that long or maybe not so long address that shows up in the bar at the top of your browser, and why looking at it can actually save you from getting into a lot of trouble online. And we're going to use some real examples from my own email inbox because the scammers are always keeping me busy with lots of terrific fodder to share with you. Before we dive in, take a quick look at the paypal.com URL that I've listed 3 times here. And I want you to see if you can spot which one or ones are not legitimate. So paypal.com, paypal.com, paypal.com. How many of those do you think are legitimate? If you said 2, you're wrong. If you said 1, that's correct. But which one? Because 2 look very much alike. Now this one's an outlier. This one we can see that that's a number 1 and not an L. So let's get rid of that one. And these 2 look pretty much identical. And you would think that they were both going to take you to PayPal. But using a trick that a lot of scammers use, one of these is not actually the PayPal URL. I'm going to change the font, so the typeface on this, just so you can see which one is not. Just by changing the font, we can see that this one is actually the right one. The top one is correct. The bottom one, the scammers will do things like throw in a capital I, knowing that the way that it appears in your browser, it's going to come across looking like an L. We see scammers do this all the time using zeros for O's. For example, I received an email the other day that said Costco, the name of the store Costco, but the O's were actually zeros. I recognized it because years of looking at these types of things, but the O's were more oblong than a letter O actually is. So I identified it as a 0 and knew right away. I knew it was a scam looking at it, but a lot of people wouldn't know. Let's take a look at 2 more PayPal related URLs. The first one, paypal.com, straight up, is a PayPal address. The second one, in spite of the fact that it contains the word PayPal, is not a PayPal address, but it's using a common scheme that scammers use to try to bend your mind to thinking things mean something that they don't. This URL actually is PayPal-account-security.com. If this was actually an address that belonged to PayPal, it would be something more like this: account security.paypal.com. I'm going to show you some more examples, but what I want you to learn how to do and teach yourself, but what I want to show you how to do today is to read URLs or website addresses from right to left, because that's where you find out who a domain actually belongs to. So in this case, paypal.com is the actual URL. This shows that it's actually, you're going to the paypal.com email address. Yes, there's some stuff that goes before it, but that stuff is a subdomain. It's a different part of the paypal.com domain. So you know you're in the right place. Where when you see something like this, this is an address that has nothing to do with PayPal, but has been designed to make you think that it has something to do with PayPal. So with that said, let's dive in a little bit further. So popping over to my inbox, I get tons of spam email every day. Now, I do have filters that mark them as spam for me. And I keep those on. I recognize them as spam, but not everybody has these kinds of spam filters on their accounts. And I think it's really important to educate yourself so that you develop a good eye for these types of things. I'm going to start with this one that claims to be coming in from Intuit, QuickBooks. Now, as a business owner, it wouldn't be unusual for me to have QuickBooks, and I actually do use QuickBooks. So when this comes in, I'm seeing that it has the QuickBooks logo. Without looking at who sent it, because I can spot right away that this didn't come from QuickBooks. But let's say that we missed that point. And we scroll down and it tells me that to ensure the security of my account, they've placed a hold on withdrawals and that this is a standard procedure for unusual activity detection. And they've given me this link that I'm supposed to click on to complete verification. So, one thing that I want you to do is always take a moment to mouse over. So, take that cursor and don't click on anything, but move it so that it hangs over the link that they want you to click through on. And you can see two different things here. First of all, you can see it pops up right here. You can see that it shows, but also in the very lower left-hand corner of the screen, it pops up there as well. And this will happen anytime you mouse over a link. Even if you don't get that pop up right above the link, you will always see that link in the very, very lower left-hand corner of your monitor, right at the bottom of your screen. And it's going to show you what that link is. I'm going to let's just dissect this URL. You can see that it very carefully says QB Online, indicating QuickBooks Online. And then it's a hyphen, and I don't know what this last little gibberish stands for. And then .vercel.app. And then /login. Okay, so I'm going to grab that whole URL. I'm just going to right click on it. I'm not going to click on it. I don't want to go through to the website that they're trying to send me through to. So I'm not going to do a left click. I'm doing a right click on that, and I'm going to copy that hyperlink. I'm going to take that URL that I just copied from the email and come over to a website that if you watch enough of my videos, Whois is going to become part of your arsenal, just like it's a part of mine, because I use it for so many different things. So I go to whois.com, and in this upper field, not the big one, but in this upper field, I'm going to paste that domain in, and I'm going to click the Whois button. The reason I'm doing this is I want to know, you remember, they included that QB Online here, but there's so much more to the link. By putting it in here and clicking on Whois, it's going to strip out everything except for the domain, the base URL. And you can see it's vercel.app or .app. So that QuickBooks reference was just put in there to make a person think that it actually has something to do with QuickBooks. It's actually just something that was put together by the scammer to mislead me and everybody else who receives that particular email. So let's circle back to my inbox so we can take a look at some of the other links in some of these other spam emails. So Marriott, for example. And again, we can see that this isn't coming from a Marriott.com email address, but let's push that aside and look for the URL. Now, supposedly they want to reward me for staying at Marriott hotels by giving me, looks like free pillows or some such thing. And if we mouse over the URL, again, we can see we get that pop-up where the domain is actually newsdeposits.com. This person didn't even bother trying to get Marriott into the URL at all. These things all kind of came in together. So I'm assuming that it's the same sort of shenanigans on each one of those Marriott ones. Here's one pretending to be from Netflix. And you can see that in the sender email address, they say Netflix at something that has absolutely nothing to do with Netflix at all. But they're putting Netflix there in hopes that use of the logo is going to compel people to click through and believe that it's actually Netflix. Again, if we mouse over the link, again, we see it has nothing at all to do with Netflix, which would be coming Netflix.com would appear somewhere in that URL. Here's that Costco email that I had mentioned earlier, where the sender, the scammer, has replaced the O's with zeros. And you can see the difference if you know what you're looking for. Do you see how they're more oblong and less round than a typical O would be? And let's just do a quick hover or mouse over here. And yeah, absolutely nothing in there at all about Costco. So some of them aren't even trying very hard to cloak the email addresses. But yeah, I mean, we can see them here. Sam's Club, same sort of a thing. They put in Sam's Club mem at, and it's everything after the at that's the actual domain. Likewise, down here, if we mouse over, we can see there's that same domain. These folks that are in my inbox right now aren't being especially coy, but many of them are. So by learning to look from right to left, looking at the things that come right before that first slash, you'll get a much better bead on who those emails are actually coming from and where those links actually try to lead you to. And if the two don't match, if something says it's from Netflix, but you're not seeing Netflix.com right before that first slash, then something is wrong. Don't click on it. Go directly, if you have a Netflix account, go directly to netflix.com, log in there. If you have a QuickBooks account, go directly to intuit.com, go directly to bankofamerica.com, go directly to paypal.com. If you ever have a question about whether what you've received is legitimate or not, one of the best rules of thumb is check the URL, and if you're still not confident, go directly to the source. By the way, scammers love to add extra words to the URL, words like security or verify or account or login, just to try to get you to believe that it's something not only official, but pressing. So be aware of those types of words as well. There are some exceptions to the rule, especially when it comes to things that are stored in the cloud. And the URL that you see up here right now is one of those types of exceptions. So this is one that I actually pulled directly from an email that I received yesterday. And I thought it was kind of interesting because if you put this whole URL into whois.com, you're going to find that windows.net is the base domain and windows.net belongs to Microsoft. So that might make people feel comfortable, but reading right to left, I want to go back just a little bit further because what we're seeing is windows.net, there is a subdomain that's called core, and then one above that called blob. This particular URL has nothing to do with Microsoft directly, in spite of that windows.net. When you follow the URL backward, what we find is it's actually some random file that was uploaded by some random person who's clearly trying to scam a bunch of random people. It is a random file that was uploaded to Microsoft's Azure cloud. So this is where things get a little bit tricky. At the end of the day, if you see that windows.net or microsoft.com, And it's not an email that's supposedly from Microsoft or Windows. By the way, they're not going to email you directly unless you actually signed up for one of their email lists. This kind of URL is akin to somebody walking into Starbucks and hanging a flyer for something fraudulent on a bulletin board in Starbucks. Starbucks, in this case, Windows.net, is a legitimate company, but the flyer that got posted inside of it is fraudulent or a scam. So this is just like that. And while we don't see a lot of these, I did want to bring it to your attention because the cloud can make things more complex. And if you're only queuing off of that Windows.net or Microsoft.com, for example, at the end of the URL, then that could lead you astray. Now, here's the important takeaway. Before you click a link, especially in an email or text message, take just a moment to check the address. Hover over the link and look in the lower left-hand corner of your screen. Look at where it actually goes to, and remember to read the address from right to left as opposed to left to right, like we're accustomed to reading, because that's where the real owner of the website is hiding. Scammers depend on people clicking quickly without checking. But once you slow down and actually look at the address, their tricks start to fall apart pretty quickly. If this video helped you, please share it with someone who might need it. A lot of people were never taught about how addresses work on the web, and learning this one simple habit can help prevent a lot of scams. Thanks for watching, and remember, the scammers are clever and creative, but together we can stay one step ahead of them. I'll see you next time. Until then, stay safe.